3, 2, 1, and we are live.
Tess, it's Robert Charles here again.
Joined by Tess, Tickles. We've got a lot to unpack here, Robert, in the club. There's a lot of, I wouldn't say ups and downs because there's not been that many ups recently.
No, not at all. There's just a lot,
Not swear.
As a fan, we really thought things were looking up at one point before COVID. I don't know what's happened. I mean, we've got the players. That's the frustrating thing. We've got the players, we've got the ability. It's just not happening on the pitch at the minute. To be fair, got to give the fans to do. They keep turning out the numbers, even though we're losing. We haven't won one game yet at the start of the season. But the fans do keep turning out the numbers. You've got to give them credit there. That's the first thing I want to say on that.
The thing is, you can't discredit the recruitment because we have like you say, we have got the players. We've got very good players, but There's something happening. Whether it be in the background, whether it be the manager. I know the managers. I mean, we'll get onto it a little bit later on, but the manager's job is on the line. Whether it be him, whether it be the tactics, anything on the training ground whenever they turn up, because I mean, there's a lot of rumours about training. They're just not turning up. And there's got to be a reason for this happening. We're on a very good run.
It starts with discipline for me. They've got to start disciplining the players. If they're not turning up for training, I mean, it's just despicable, really, isn't it? I mean, you don't see that at other clubs, do you? That's why teams are beating us, because they're turning up for training, we're not. This would happen under Rob Wagstaff. Never happened under Rob Wagstaff. It's happened now under Mark Trowsdale. Has he lost the dressing room? I think so. I do think so. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say out there. I think he's lost the dressing room. I think Rob Wagstaff didn't lose the dressing room. Results weren't great, but he did keep us up at a time when the club was struggling. But the discipline for the training is definitely an issue. The discipline on the pitch also comes from that. We're picking up yellow cards left, right and centre. We're getting suspended. We've got players suspended all the time. Frustration's definitely there. But the most annoying thing is, for me, as a lifelong fan, season ticket holder for over 40 years now, the most interesting thing for me is the fact that, we're not playing teams that are better than us. We're not being played off the park, but we just can't get goals. Calamitous errors. I mean, we'll get on talk about managers' tactics later on, because quite frankly, it's absolutely absurd. But we'll get on to that later on. But just on a general overview, it's downheartening. The players are giving their all on the pitch.
Well, this is it, and I mean, you briefly mentioned Rob Wagstaff there. There was a speculative tweet that I saw. I will just mention. So at Nay Mellors on Twitter, he did tweet something. It came from, I believe it was Paddy Power or one of the betting sites. As who the next manager would be, and Rob Wagstaff at that point was top of the list of the next manager. Now, we're going to move on to the subject here of the manager's job. Obviously, there's a lot of scrutiny about his job. He's not, like you say, he's not won a game yet. We're not getting the results. The fans aren't happy. The club's not happy. The board, obviously, they've got to have a serious discussion. But I mean, the two questions I'm going to ask is: do you think he's going to lose his job? And if he does lose his job, who's next?
I think. Football's a strange game, and it might, we could go out next week and we could get a win, and that might kickstart our season. But at the minute, for me, it's not looking very good. It's looking a bit bleak. It's looking like a winter's day, if I'm being honest. It's like Christmas with no presents at the minute for Reindeer, and
there certainly aren't any presents.
And you know what? When we do keep getting a good turnout, and when do we start? When do the fans start realising their money's going to waste? Because that keeps happening every week.
This is it.
I mean, season ticket prices are up there the rest of the clubs, and we're just not getting it. And going on to go back onto the conversation of the manager's job. I believe for me, we did see. Rich Morgan in the stands today was spotted. He looked like he was after the job. He has been around before, and I believe he did have a word with the chairman, Daniel Godfrey, about having the job before, which sparked his leaving before previously.
I do
So
remember
maybe something's going off there. We don't know. We are just at the minute. It is just speculation, but it looks like something's in the pipeline.
Well, I remember the time that you're on about. He was sniffing around the job previously. I do remember that, and as you say, I mean, I have seen it on various news websites of a photo of him in the stands watching the game amidst all this saga of Trowsdale, whether he's going to keep his job or not. And to see him there today, I feel like that's a big sign of his interest. But yeah, I mean, like you say, it is all speculation at this moment. But I mean, just today there was a new. I'm sure there was a new odds.
Yeah, I've seen that. Mark Reed definitely up there. He's got a good resume. He's done things before when he's at the Ravensdale. He's he's got a good resume, good experience. The problem is, any manager coming in now though, Mark spent the transfer budget on these new signings. So any manager coming in has to work the players he's got. Well, so we're looking for an impact straight away.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, I have seen Axel Trowsdale has moved all the way up to that top spot. There's a lot of fans calling for his signature. So he's up there. Like you say, Rich Morgan is there. But there's, I mean, like you say, there's a lot of speculation.
Tess, I don't want to interrupt, but we've just seen the manager walking out here. Mark, can we get a quick word, please? Mark. You know me by now, Robert Charles.
Tess Tickles.
And Tess Tickles. What's your thoughts on speculation?
I don't want to be part of speculation on what?
On your job.
They can have it.
Well, that's not the attitude we want to see.
Disgusting attitude. I've got to say, from a pundit's point of view, and obviously a lifelong fan here, Robert Charles, that's not something we wanted to hear from you. I mean, we was expecting you to sort of fight for the opportunity, but is that not the case? Is that not the attitude?
No. I'm not speaking to your podcast today.
Well, why is that? Because of the poor results?
Yeah.
Do you take that as your blame, or do you blame the players?
You can only fuck with the prick you've got.
Can we not swear, please? This is a family show.
Quoting Andy Bancroft there, as previously heard from the stands, is that something? Is he up for the job? Is he next in line?
Who, Bancroft?
Yes.
No, he's got stuff to do on a Sunday.
Has the board pulled you in yet, Mark? Has the board pulled you in?
Who, Daniel Godfrey?
Yes, the chairman.
No.
Well, we've got to ask: is there a serious discussion going on? Because we're not getting the results week in, week out, and we was talking earlier about the recruitment. We've signed a lot of very good players on, and we're still not getting the results. And at some point, it's either got to be the players or the manager and the tactics. And when you look at the players that we've got, I can't see it being them. So would you say this is down to your tactics, or?
I'm sorry, Mark, but if you spend big money, it becomes big pressure, doesn't it? Would you not agree with that? If you spend big money, it comes big pressure.
Yeah, but we're in the free transfer market getting people like Sam Bentley.
Do you?
Sam Bentley's a lifelong member of this club.
He's also Sam Bentley's also a fan's favourite, by the way. Can you just say that?
We've got no fans apart from Robert Charles.
We've got a lot of fans. Big turnout today, actually. Also, just one question: Do you believe you've lost the dressing room? Silence says it all.
This is it. it answers itself there, Robert. And like I say, this isn't the kind of attitude we want to hear from the manager. We wanted some sort of backing up of his job, but it seems that he's not interested.
No, exactly. And this is what I want to say, Mark. If you was to, do you believe actually that you're the man for the job to take us up where we belong?
Where do we belong?
Up at the top of the league.
Which league?
The league we play in now.
Oh, League 2 in Mansfield?
Yes, that league.
Oh, okay.
The big League 2.
Do you think we deserve to be up to the top of the league if we keep conceding?
Do you think we deserve to be in a relegation battle? Because I don't.
Yeah, if we keep conceding like we do.
Well, that's surely your problem.
Not my problem, mate, because I can't head the ball if I'm not on the pitch.
But you work the players day in, day out.
Well, actually, that's not true, is it, Robert? Because we was talking earlier about the training situation.
Yeah,
there's
definitely a problem.
There's a lot of rumours that training just hasn't been on. The players aren't turning up, or the manager's calling it off. And football teams need to train.
Is there a discipline issue, Mark? Is there a discipline issue in the squad? Because it looks from the outside there is definitely a discipline.
Absolutely a discipline problem.
Does that? But again, is that not your job?
No, because I can't stop people putting powder up their noses on a Saturday night and sitting in the kitchen.
So can we not reference any drugs? This is a PG podcast.
Powder.
So there's not.
Ariel.
So you're blaming
Still.
the players' drug problems on the problems that we've got at the club.
Yes.
Okay.
I just feel like man management should be able to sort that out, because there's a lot of players that could go down the pan, and obviously the manager steps in, be like a father figure to them. And
can I also just say it is mental health awareness day as well. So that starts from the club. Clubs should be doing more for mental health.
Okay. So what do you want me to do? Turn my house into a youth club and watch over you and babysit you?
Not me, by the way. I don't play.
No, Sam Bentley. I'm on about.
Okay. Yeah, Sam Bentley.
Sam Bentley who turned up this morning, hadn't been on a session and looked worse than he normally does after a session.
But he is also a utility man and gets used everywhere, and also had a very good game today. It's arguably man of the match, should have been man of the match. Fans voted that.
Did they?
In a recent poll.
Who voted for that?
It's a recent poll done on Twitter.
Who voted for it?
It's a recent poll. I can't disclose that.
Sorry to interrupt, but we do have Daniel Godfrey here. We've just spotted him walking out in the corridor.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark Trowsdale, for your kind words. Daniel Godfrey, Robert Charles, if you'd like to.
Go on then.
We've got a few questions. Obviously, there's a big cloud over Mark Trowsdale's head at the moment, in terms of his job. Has there been a serious discussion?
No, to be honest, not at the minute. Rome won't built in a day, so we'll see you next week. I've got a bit. Let's not focus on negatives.
Well,
do you believe, Daniel, that we can turn this around?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we've got a bit of.
Do you believe that Mark's the man to turn it around, or do you believe that we start looking elsewhere?
To be fair, like I say, we haven't got pedigree, have we? So it's going to take a bit of time. He's early man fit job at minute because we haven't had no other offers.
I mean, there's a big rumour of Axel Trowsdale coming in to look at some papers and see whether he wants a job. Is this something that you can comment on?
He hasn't DM'd me yet, so I can't. It's not true.
Where are the days where people did things face to face? That's all I'm going to say.
This is it. So, like I say, you say Rome wasn't built in a day there. I will take that quote from you, but Rome wasn't built in a day. It's been quite a few years that he's been in charge or been like associated with the club.
Yes.
Would you say that anything's changed? Because from results, I don't think they have.
No comment.
No comment. The other thing, Daniel. The other thing being, if a new manager was to be appointed, are the funds available?
Not at the minute because no one's paying the subs.
So whoever was to take the job, there's no funds. They have to work the players they've got.
Yeah, basically.
That might be a big issue. But although, as a fan, as a Liverpool fan, obviously I come and watch every game.
Yeah.
I don't see it as the players. The players are giving their all.
No.
Got to start looking at tactics, I'm afraid.
Start calling them out then. Who are we saying?
I think the players giving it all.
That's a very interesting question there. So who would you single out in this team?
For players playing badly or?
Yes.
I don't think. I don't think many people have players that have played badly. Tactics wise,
you've shit-arsed it, Charles. You've shit-arsed it. You just said the players are playing badly.
So we've got Mark Trowsdale's just putting in on the conversation. We're in the middle of an interview here.
Robert Charles with his dirty big bollocks.
So can we not swear, please?
Okay, so I've been pushed into a corner here. Can I just remind you that I do the interviewing here, not you? But also, okay, I'm going to say it. I think things have on the pitch. We're looking at players coming off the bench not making impacts when we need them.
Who?
Jay Garbett for one. When we need goals, and he's not scoring.
He is a striker, and he is on a bit of a drought.
You push me into score. I didn't want to start singling out players. I do not think it's the players, by the way. Can I just stress that? I do think it's the manager. But if we have to start singling out players,
Anyone else?
I think shocking decisions at times from players. Thomas Aspelin maybe. And also the discipline of Clerk as well. I'm not very happy with that.
What do you reckon to Kyle?
Can I just say, by the way, Daniel, that we do the interviewing here, not you?
Yeah, but I'm chairman. So.
Okay. We're always happy to hear your words.
What do you think to Kyle and his shooting? Should he keep trying it?
That shouldn't be happening. No. But again, that's discipline. It starts from the top. I'm afraid it starts from the top. I thought Aaron Cook came on and did well. Slowed the game down. Got a foot on the ball, which we lacked. Kieran Chamberlain turning up on an absolute bender is a disgrace, by the way. Can I just say that? Should never have started the game.
Just to interrupt, why did it take Aaron Cook to come on and get his foot on the ball when Samuel Bentley started centre midfield and he's a ball-playing midfielder?
Samuel Bentley did try. He tried to get the ball on the floor, but you know when you're passing it to the likes of Adam Tolson, who's put it onto the bypass every week, you can't do a lot, can you? Really? You know, Sam Bentley is a lifelong favourite. And also, Tess, I believe we've got a former player here of Rob Wagstaff.
Oh yeah, I can just see him. Should we see if we can get a few words out of him?
Yeah, let's try. Rob, can we have a word, please?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll say, so obviously, you know, you don't play for the club anymore. You got released.
Injury crisis.
Is that what it was? Injury crisis? Yeah. Well, you know, if you spend your time on the injury table, like, you're going to get released, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it.
But do you,
sign back on a free.
From being in the dressing room, and you've obviously played under Mark. What do you think to his tactics, discipline, the whole training?
Well, last season before the pandemic, went on a massive win streak, didn't we?
I'm talking about you personally. Your personal duel with the manager.
Back him.
You think to back him?
Yeah, back him. Yeah.
Strong words there, to be fair.
It's interesting because I did have a quick word with you earlier to try and secure this interview, and your words weren't so kind. I just want to check that you're absolutely behind this manager.
Yeah, behind.
Will you be?
To turn it around, it's just been a poor run of results. That's all it's been.
Is there talk of you making an appearance, being re-signed on?
Well, by signing as a manager, no.
Okay. Again.
I'll come training.
Again, I wouldn't worry about that because I don't think they've got long left. But you know,
like
if a new manager was to come into the club, say Axel Trowsdale for an example, is it something you would consider to come back?
I think every player will have a point to prove if a new manager comes in just to get into that starting 11.
Axel Trowsdale does come with a good pedigree as well. You know, his resume speaks for itself again.
I've heard he is chomping at the bit.
He is chomping.
To be honest,
and why not? Because it's a good job to have. It can be turned around, I believe. Well, one win might turn it all around. But at the minute, it's looking very, very bleak. And on that note, we might have to end the podcast here. We're running out of time, Tess. But just like to say before we do go, look out because we are doing some work behind the scenes to bring Match of the Sundays to you.
This is true. Yes,
we've just got a bit more ironing out to do and a bit more technical things to sort out. But it will be coming.
There's some paperwork to sign still, and. Yeah, I mean, it has been confirmed. The media team has had a lot of talks with the board in terms of funding, and we've finally received the funding to approach a new strand.
Yeah, I believe Chesterfield FC might be donating the boards for us to move on from podcasts to videos.
Yes,
which is what the fans want.
It's an exciting time, new horizons, and I look forward to going forward with that.
Thanks for having me on again, Tess. Always a pleasure, never a chore. And we'll go again next week. Up the deer.